Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboy.
Your voice matters.
And it does. And it does. This gonna be very interesting. Y'all not ready for this. Y'all might be, but you gotta have some real tough skin and you gotta think outside the box, man. You can't be scared. We gonna give a real plan how to replace the Dak Prescott types. Not no fake plan, a real plan. Because I've been hearing a lot of plans that is frankly just so, but we gonna talk about it. I know a lot of people want him gone. I know a lot of people, they already saying, yeah, Trey Lance finna take him out. They gonna take him out by that. Nah, we gonna talk about it. We gonna give real answers.
You want answers?
How do you really do it? It's out the box, but we gonna talk about it. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yep. Your voice matter.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride, for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a risk.
Let's go.
Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-day. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
And I need all the executives to have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
All right. This is one that I already know, just on the title alone, it's going to cause some anger. Because whenever you talk about Dak Prescott, it's very, very divisive. Very, very divisive. So when I talk about this and how to replace the Dak Prescott types, you got to put your thinking cap on, okay? you can't be emotional when we had this discussion at all. Because when it comes to Dak Prescott, and rightfully so, a lot of us have made it a mission to want to protect him. And it's not even just because of believing in him, okay? It's also because a lot of us hate the hate that he receives, especially from his own people, okay? So that causes some of us to really, really, really make it a mission, okay? A mission to protect him. And that's a righteous mission, especially that mission. So when you see the title, how you got to, first of all, read the title very carefully, the thumbnail, because see, a lot of people have a real bad habit of putting words in content creators' mouths that they are not saying. So let's read this slow so we can all be on the same page. How to replace the Dak Prescott types, plural types. So, because we have Trey Lance that a lot of people are waiting to see. And common sense tells me that the hope that people have that he go just jump on the screen and just play out this world to supplant that Dak Prescott, realistically, I don't see it happening at all. Now, if anybody would have a good chance, it would be Trey Lance. It would. Why? Because they gave him a privilege to sit, soak up the offense slow, observe the offense slow. He had the privilege to be treated like first round quarterbacks used to be treated. So back in the day, it was nothing to draft a first round quarterback and have him sit and wait his turn. Same thing happened to Aaron Rodgers with Brett Favre. They drafted him, but they let him sit so he could absorb it slow. The same thing happened to Love. They drafted him so he could absorb it slow. The same thing happened to Pat Mahomes, where they drafted him and they allowed him to absorb it slow. Dak never had that privilege. Everything in Dak's life has been high pace, high stakes, high pressure before day one. Before day one. Dak Prescott never had the privilege to sit and soak up the offense. Never. Dak Prescott was the 14th quarterback when he was drafted. People forgot it wasn't just Romo. It was Romo, Kellen Moore, Showers, then Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott had to beat our Showers the old way on the field. Something Trey Lance couldn't do with Mr. Irrelevant. Had a chance, but couldn't do it. Brock just beat him out. But Dak was thrown out there. And from day one, excuse me, I said that wrong. Before day one, he was a fish in water. What do you mean before day one? His first preseason game would have literally been perfect. Perfect. 153 if it wasn't for the drops of Swain. Going out there with no offseason, No Ways to Perfect Timing with Terrence Williams, O. Witten, and Dez Bryant. He just had to be a gamer, and he did it. So even if Trey Lance, I'm keeping it real, even if Trey Lance come out there and he's good, he still has never had the natural pressure that Dak Prescott has handled with flying colors. Flying colors. See, because quarterback controversies usually kill most quarterbacks. I'm talking about kill. Kill. Dead. See, people forgot. Montana was in a quarterback controversy with Steve Young. And guess what happened? Both of them played womp womp. To the point it became known that quarterback controversies are usually goofy and counterproductive to your starters. So why do you think San Fran was looking to trade Trey Lance? They was looking to trade Trey Lance because they didn't want Brock Purdy looking over his shoulder, because history usually says the pressure of having to look over your shoulder makes most quarterbacks crumble. What happened to Prince Harry? Carson Wentz. They just drafted Jalen Hurts, a second rounder. They just drafted him. It was still your team, Prince of London. It was still your team. But the pressure of Hurts breathing down your neck broke him. Broke him. So what does that say about Dak Prescott, where he's clearly the opposite? Where you had the pressure of Romo breathing down your neck. And what did he do? 11 straight wins. Broke all-time records as a rookie. He broke over 11 all-time records as a rookie. So the did nothing but made him lock in more. And last year, when he could have been extended last year, Jerry and Steven had a nice old surprise for Mr. Dak Prescott. A great surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. We didn't even consult our coach. We decided on our own, skipped over the coach, skipped over Will McClay, and said, we go put somebody behind you to breathe down your neck. And what did your quarterback do? MVP year. So the more I talk, the more that I'm gonna really just say, honestly, this thumbnail is a little bit deceptive. Because I think it's next to impossible and low-key insulting to say that it's Dak Prescott types. Because to be honest, most not. Yeah, I said MVP. Yeah, I said it. Anybody got a problem with me saying MVP? Anybody got a problem with this? Who got a problem with that? Who got a problem with that? Yeah, because when your quarterback has way better numbers than the MVP who won at Lamar Jackson, he the MVP. I don't care what them 60 journalists say. And a lot of people don't even know how the award of MVP is awarded. You know who actually vote on it? A lot of people don't know this. You know who actually vote on it? 60 journalists. The same people who get paid to hate on the Dallas Cowboys. Joy Taylor and them. Stephen A. and them. Yeah. Those are the people voting. So do you really think they want to give Dak Prescott the award of MVP and take their content for the next 3 years? Of course not. Of course not. So for people that actually have common sense, they calling Dak what he is. The real MVP of 2024. Because it was no quarterback better. None. And we all know, those of us with common sense, we already know that MVP is truly not about the most valuable player. It usually just is handed to the quarterback of the team with the most wins. It's not about which guy actually was the most valuable to that team. So forgive me for just using my common sense and calling the MVP the real MVP. Because those of us who really use our common sense know Dak is the MVP. Let me clap it up for myself. Ain't nobody go clap. I'll clap. What's up, D.A. Lee? And I'm going to hit them with the Rick Ross.
Another one.
Speaking my mind.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Y'all know I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to run it up.
I need the cash pronto. I don't throw interceptions like Romo.
I don't throw no interceptions like Romo. So, yeah, I called him the MVP, and I know what I said. I ain't blink. So, getting back to what I'm saying. This thumbnail is a little bit deceptive. Because to be honest, it ain't no Dak Prescott types. Dak Prescott is in a lane of his own. All right. But this plan that I'm getting ready to reveal can replace Hurts. This plan that I'm getting ready to reveal can replace Tua. This plan that I'm getting ready to reveal can replace Herbert. Let me hit a Rick Ross every time. This plan that I'm getting ready to reveal can replace Goff. This plan that I'm getting ready to reveal can replace Josh Allen. This plan that I'm getting ready to reveal can replace Brock Purdy. For sure. And I really did give it some thought. And I'm going to say this real quick before I'm teasing you, because it's very interesting what I'm getting ready to say. Before I get into the plan, because it's actually pretty simple. This could probably be a short show. First, I want to tell y'all that time ran out for the Jones leverage. The time has already run out. So I'm going to tell you this plan that I'm getting ready to show you, what I'm getting ready to show you, Dallas couldn't implement this to another 4 years. It's too late for them. See, a lot of people not going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. It's too late for them Joneses. They have to pay Dak, and they will pay Dak. They have to. They have to. Okay? I keep hearing people say, if Dak plays out the season next year, he's going to get market value and he's going to be a free agent. Okay. I know we believe that Jerry and Steven are stupid, but they're not. Even they're not that stupid. No. They are not going to let Dak play out the season and allow him to become a free agent and only get a 3rd round comp pick at best. No. And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I don't care how much you hate your car, right? You can have a car that's 10 years old, only worth $1,000. You could hate your car. Just like some fans hate Dak Prescott. Some of our fans hate Dak Prescott. But if your car's even worth just $1,000, you are not gonna let it go for $100. You not. You just not gonna do it. Dak Prescott, according to what Matthew Stafford and what Detroit received for the trade of Matthew Stafford, and for what Cleveland received, or the Texans, received by trading Watson, no way you letting that go for just some 3rd. So just using your common sense, you already know they have to pay him. The time has expired. The only leverage that they had was before the draft. That was it. You had to allow him to find a team that he was willing and wanted to be traded to, take the offer that they was going to trade, and they needed to do it before the draft. So the draft is behind us, and I frankly don't believe Jerry and Steven are that crazy. Plus, the dead cap hit is ginormous if you let him walk away. Yeah, I know he has a no trade clause. Y'all always do this. Y'all don't listen to the context. I'm going to say it again. That's why I say y'all got to listen better, man. He has a no trade clause, and then he puts his hand over his head like he's schooling me. All right. Let me say it again for the people that's in the back that's a little bit slow. Dak would have to want out, which the rumors was he did, have to want a team to go to. They would have to also be willing to give up picks that Dallas Nim would be cool with, and Dak wants out. So all of that would have to happen, and they would have had to get it done before the draft. Hopefully I said it slow enough this time. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I got real frustrated today. I ain't gonna lie. I got real frustrated because somebody really went at me in big, and the guy apologized, but he went at me in big, calling in to another content creator. And see, this is the thing. It's real frustrating when we put in a lot of work and we're very clear on what we saying. Plus on top of that, it's unpopular what we saying, and you take us out of context and shoot us down. I had somebody jump in the chat. Oh, boss, he talked about the defensive tackles. And he talked so confident, like he really knew that Mozzie and our 7th round pick was the youngest in terms of experience in the league. Like he didn't look at Philly. And then they do stuff like the emojis like they. And it's like, it's super bad when y'all talk stupid but then try to clown. Like you talking dumb, but you talking to us like we talking dumb. No, you don't get what I'm saying. You don't get what I'm saying. That's why you was being funny. Cause you don't get it. That's why I had to say it slow. You don't get it. You see, you listen bad. That's the problem. Some of y'all listen real bad. I said Dak had to want out. So you missed that part because you wasn't listening. Let me say it again. Dak would have to want out. And then it was other stuff with that. Dak would have to want out. It would have to be a team he wanted to go to. Then they would have to be willing to give the draft picks. And it would have to happen. Okay. My bad, bro. He said, I wasn't saying that you're dumb. I'm saying it makes no sense on Dak's side. It does make sense, bro. It does make sense. It makes sense because Dak would have to want out, and Dak had reasons to want out. Why do you think Dak has been shrugging? Why you think Dak has been doing this when they asked him, do you fear not being here? Nah. Dak is showing that he offended. So to act like it, it don't make sense. Now, it makes sense for Dak to want up out of this toxic environment. Yes, it does make sense. Why do you think it was a specific trade offer from the Raiders? That just came out the blue, huh? That just came from nowhere, huh? A specific trade offer. Just out the blue. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, let me go back to this presentation. Let me go back to that. I ain't gonna get caught up no more. I apologize, y'all. Cause I'm finna get down to how to do it. But I first want to explain first that Dak is go get his bag. He go get his bag by August. Dak is go get his bag by August. Oh, he an Eagle fan. That's my... Y'all forgive me. I've been going back and forth with an Eagle fan. My bad. I should have known better. That's like... I thought that was a Cowboy fan. That's like fussing with Eastside Harold. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me, man. That's my bad. My bad, y'all. All right, so it's time to reveal it. Like I said, this ain't gonna even be probably a long show. This is probably not gonna be a long show. Let me do something real quick so I can see y'all super chats, and then I'm gonna reveal it. I'm gonna reveal the plan. Thank y'all for being patient with your boy. Y'all give me 1 second. My boy Rome live. Man, Rome is a solid dude, man. For real. Man, that boy need to do some work. But it's A1 solid. Real talk. Alright. Okay. Alright, here we go. I'm ready now. So let's get into it. I'm finna give it to you now. Y'all ready? I'm finna give it to you. So the first thing before I gotta really talk to you about the book of Boss Cowboy. Okay. This is a very real book. Okay. So the book of Boss Cowboy, chapter 1, verses 7 through 8 reads as such. Okay. This is what it reads. If an individual is playing badly, isolated from his position group, then blame that individual for his foul play. But if the entire group plays badly, then you blame the coach. Y'all have heard me say that a lot. But in order for this theory that I'm finna show you to work, you gotta read verse 8. If an individual is playing well, isolated from his position group, then credit that individual for unique talent and play. I'm gonna tell you right now, that applies perfectly to Dak Prescott. Verse 8. If an individual is playing well, isolated from his position group, so whenever that counterparts, the one that y'all say is easy to replace Dak, whenever they play, they never produce the same results or even close. So Dak's individual play is isolated from the position group. See, a lot of people said, man, anybody could have did what Dak did in 2016. Everything around him was perfect. Even though Kellen Moore couldn't do it the year before, even though Whedon couldn't do it and he was a first round pick, and Matt Castle couldn't do it. They was 4-12. Then a lot of people said the Red Rifle could do it because he had all them weapons: CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and Gallup, no surgeries. Couldn't do it. So that means the performance you've been seeing out of Dak is his individual play isolated from his position group. Verse 8. If an individual is playing well, isolated from his position group, then credit that individual for unique talent and play. That's Dak. But now we finna reveal it. But if the entire group plays excellent, then you credit the coach and pay that coach extra, for they are a supreme asset. The book of Boss Cowboy, chapter 1, verse 7 and 8. So hold on. We talking about quarterback, right? We talking about quarterback. What coach was able to get a whole group of quarterbacks to play at an excellent level? Anybody know? I'm finna reveal it to you. I think I teased y'all enough. It's enough teasing. I'm gonna start showing you some clues, and I'm pretty sure y'all gonna put it together pretty fast. Who was the coach who was able to take a Texas Tech loser and cause him to win the Heisman in a short period of time? and was able to get him to become the number 1 overall pick? Who? Who was the coach who was able to take a quarterback that was benched in the national championship, left for dead, and was an obvious one read and run quarterback? And to a degree, he still struggles with that. Who was that? Who was able to take a quarterback that's shorter than my knees, take him from A&M where he looked good but not superb, and again transform that guy to a Heisman winner and an number 1 pick overall? Who was the coach? See, y'all already with me. I knew after I went through a couple of them, y'all was gonna put it together. So let's just think about it. Let's think about it. How many first round, first overall guys does a coach gotta make before you say this coach has a special skill set at quarterback development? How many times this man, how many times is this one man go develop quarterbacks to franchise level? How many times? How many times before we get it? I see some of y'all saying Mike McCarthy. I totally disagree. Especially if you read the book of Boss. If you read the book of Boss, Mike McCarthy, he's a QB. He has a QB school, but he doesn't have a QB track record like Lincoln. So let me read the book of Boss again. And y'all go see, I've always been consistent when I've been judging this. And this is gonna go into the plan that I believe a team that's ahead of the curve should implement. Verse 8. If an individual is playing well, isolated from his position group, then credit that individual for unique talent and play. But if the entire group plays excellent, then you credit the coach and pay that coach extra, for they are a supreme asset. The book of Boss Cowboy, chapter 1. So, I'm serious though. I'm dead serious. So this is what it would look like if you was a team that had the boldness to, instead of paying quarterbacks franchise money, pay the coach who develops them. and have the courage to move on. That will be the play. Pay the coach, because now what you doing, I know this out the box, but I'm dead serious on what I'm saying. Because now what you doing is you are creatively finding a way to put as much cap space around the assets around the quarterback than on the quarterback. Exactly, Todd. See, Todd, you hit it dead on the head. Because there's no salary cap with coaches. I'm going to be honest. With the type of resume that he has built in quarterback development, you literally should pay him, and I mean this, head coach money just to be your quarterback coach. Because to me, he's the one that proved that he knows how to take a room of guys and make them all play way, way above what they came in with. He's the only one. Mike McCarthy ain't got no resume like that. Tell me what coach in history in this short amount of time, we can use the whole history of football. Yeah, Todd, I agree. And Jerry can't afford it. In the whole history of football, what coach in just 2 programs was able to get so many guys coached up to the number 1 overall level multiple times? I'm talking about in the history of college football. What guy took transfers over and over, and once he put his hands on them, they lit up so much that you had to take even the short stubby ones, the short quick ones, the one read guys, the one read and run, the ones who got benched and they leading their franchises. Tell me, I'm serious. Tell me what guy in history has done this. What guy within a 10-year period has had 3 of his guys picked number 1 overall, 4 of his guys as Heisman candidates? Tell me, just, you can use the whole history. This is a very, 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 very good comment. I got a rebuttal to that. He say Riley wouldn't take QB coach job. You know what I know he would take? The bag. You telling me if you paid him head coach money, he ain't coming over? If you say, hey, listen, man, we not finna put all this pressure on you on the X's and O's. We ain't telling you we want you to develop these quarterbacks. That's your job. This is a specialized job. Specialty. You have demonstrated a unique ability to do what has never been done. And I'm going to tell you something, and I mean this. I believe there's only one organization that could do this, because I definitely believe if you implemented this, you could replace a Hurts instead of paying him. I'm certain you could replace a Tua without having to pay him franchise money. I'm certain you could replace a Justin Herbert without having to pay him franchise money. I'm certain you could get rid of a Goff and not have to pay him. You can move along. You could, with a coach like this, get you a Trey Lance and say, all right, your job is to get him to be the next franchise quarterback. Because see, Mike McCarthy was able to put his hands on other quarterbacks and none of them could ever come close to Dak. None of them. But this coach, when he put his hands on them, they might not be Dak, but they become franchise level. Franchise. So what would it take? And I'm being honest, man. I know this is outside the box. I know it. I already know. I'm thinking way outside the box on this. But y'all ready? I'm finna tell you the truth. I'm not finna lie to you. It's only one team that really has the structure to do this. Only one. Because you couldn't do this with a short-term GM. You couldn't do this with a short. The only team that has the structure to actually do this is your Dallas Cowboys. You would have to have a GM that can't get fired. You would have to have a GM that can say, we got Dak Prescott, but we don't want to pay him. What we want to do is load up the next guy. And actually have the coaching ability to do it. Yep. And I'm just being honest, y'all. Like, that's why I say you gotta be open-minded when you hear this. You know what I mean? It's too late to do it now. It's too late. That go get paid. But within 4 years, if the Dallas Cowboys had some balls and was thinking, man, we want to reshuffle the way that we team build. We want to reshuffle that whole model. We want to go away from paying quarterbacks altogether. We go treat quarterbacks like running backs. We go use them for 4 years while they're cheap. And we go use all that cap savings to load up around that quarterback. And we need a coach that can just get the next up and coming quarterback to a franchise level. And hopefully we strike lightning at some point. I need a coach that can take talent at the quarterback level and elevate it. Was Hurts elevated even enough to even get to a Super Bowl? Is he Dak? Come on now, we all know the answer to that. We all know the answer. Is he Dak?
Oh, hell no.
But was he franchise enough to get them a chance?
You want answers?
Yep. So I do know that plan is wild. I do know that's a very wild plan, but it's an honest plan. And the only team that could do this is a team. Yeah, that's the. All right. This is a good thought. Let me address it. My boy C say, 0-3 in the college playoffs, boss. Riley is nothing but a QB guru, not a good head coach. That's exactly what I said. Don't pay him to be your head coach. You shifting the money from paying quarterbacks from the cap to paying the coach that's outside the cap to train your quarterbacks. You're not paying them to be your head coach. I don't need your offensive mind. I sure don't want your defensive mind. Cause his defensive mind is let me see. I need a trash button. Oh, I got the perfect button. He can't coach no defense. His defense. See, I think you thinking scheme. I'm not thinking scheme. See, you thinking I'm saying bring him in here to run his offense. I'm bringing him in here to train quarterbacks. That's what I'm bringing. I don't care nothing about his mind. I don't care nothing about his schemes. I care about his ability to train quarterbacks. That's what I'm bringing him in here for. Now, Mike McCarthy can still be the OC. It's just that you got an elite QB trainer that we had to throw the bag at. And I would give him like a 10-year contract. This would be like a 10-year project. I'd throw all that bag at him. Sure would. And you would have to be a team committed to it. And that have the long-term structural leadership to not fold under the pressure of wanting to pay a quarterback. Because this is a plan where you saying, we trust you to get our quarterback good enough. What we go do is we're going to build aggressively around that quarterback. And we need you to keep training the next in line. Every 2 years, we're going to supply you with another group for you to train, because we gonna now treat quarterbacks like running backs. But we doing it because you have exceptional training talent that you have demonstrated. That's what I'm saying. So I don't care about his scheming ability. I don't care if he go run the ball, pass the ball. I want you to train my quarterbacks. You are gifted at training. All right. So let me give you an example. We brought on his offensive coordinator, Mr. Big Time Show, brought him on, and I interviewed him. And Law interviewed him with Big Time. And of course I said, how is Lincoln doing what he's doing with them quarterbacks? I said that, I said, man, that is crazy. Like what he doing with them quarterbacks is unheard of. And he gave partially some of his secret sauce. He didn't get a whole bag, but he gave me enough bag to tell me that he is what I would call a common sense genius. Okay. And this is what he said. He said Lincoln is very different when it comes to training quarterbacks. He said he trains nothing at practice that they're not going to see in games. He said, for example, we never do 7-on-7. I said, what? Y'all don't do 7-on-7? Every team from high school and every college does 7-on-7. He say, we never do 7-on-7. And we never will. I said, why? His answer was genius. He said, why would I have my quarterbacks in a simulated practice that they would never see in the game? He said, tell me a game where your quarterback is not under duress. He said, so we don't practice a drill that keeps the quarterback safe. All our drills is about teaching quarterbacks how to throw under duress. So we never do 7-on-7 and we never will. He said, because our quarterbacks got to learn how to throw off balance. Our quarterbacks got to know how to throw off platform. Our quarterbacks, they do it day in and day out. It's constant pressure, and it was Lincoln's vision to train them that way. Boy, I was like, I said, oh my God. I felt so dumb. I felt dumb. Have somebody ever said something that was so genius you just felt stupid? Like, what? That's so simple but smart. Like, why are we doing 7-on-7? Like, why? Why are we allowing quarterbacks to have no pressure in this drill when in every game is pressure? So you're not getting them better. You're wasting their time. How many hours of practice have all of us spent on a drill that was actually hurting your quarterback? All right, so let me take these super chats, man. I ain't gonna keep talking. Yeah, man. Yeah, so anyway, I noticed we got us a super chat from Lisa, man. Lisa sent in a super chat. Appreciate you, Lisa. And appreciate your message on Twitter too. I appreciated that. And I always appreciate you, period, Lisa. You are a diamond. You are a real diamond of a person. You know, I love when, I see you at these different events and you always supportive and honest. You very honest. So like when you hit me up on Twitter, I was like, did I trip? Didn't I, Lisa? I was like, did I say something crazy? Because I trust her to be honest with me. So her super chat said, preach. That's the only super chat, and I'm cool with that, man. I appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like too, because we finna take some calls. Y'all hit that like. I know this is a different show, but this is not too early to think ahead. See, because I'm being honest, I'm sick of the bad ideas. I'm sick of the stupid ideas. I'm sick of the, Trey Lance is finna take out Dak. Oh yeah, it's the Trey Lance time. No. How could we really do it? Like, what is a real plan if we wanted to do it? It's too late now. But 4 or 5 years from now, what would be a plan that you really could put in place to where you could have confidence and feel secure that what we doing is long-term go be very successful? What if you could, and I'm just keeping it real, what if you could keep reloading quarterbacks and taking all that cap savings for years and throw it on the assets around the quarterbacks, because your coach is a developmental monster? What if you could do that for 8 years? What would your team look like? You could have 3 number ones because you took the savings that come out of quarterback and you put it on weapons and defense. And you paid your coach outside the cap to do it. It's a long-term plan, but I'm gonna tell you, it's something that I would be interested in. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. Because I believe in the book of Boss. I believe in it. DP. DP, my dog. Hold on real quick. My boy DP said, Boss came in 10 toes down and got that dude to apologize. Respect to him for that. And then Boss apologized for the way he cooked him for quoting him wrong. Great content. Yeah, I was frustrated, bro. I was real frustrated. You know, for those of y'all who missed that, you know, me and Big got blasted. Dude said, let me say this. Boss and Big Game James, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, they're dumb. And start bragging on the 7th round defensive tackle and totally misquoted us. So, nah. See, because this is the problem with that DP, and this is why I hated that. And hear me out. I want you to hear me out. I want everybody to hear me out. I know right now is a season to where it's very hard for people to hear things that's not the best news. Everybody every year after the draft want to reset to optimism. I get it. Everybody want to reset to optimism. So when you say something like this 7th round defensive tackle, based on the history of the NFL, is likely not going to be an instant impact, and you're delusional to believe so. So we need to go get a veteran and get a good veteran, not a shut up veteran. I'm saying what I know people don't want to hear. People want to believe Tristan Hill was going to be an instant impact. I warned you that it wasn't going to happen. People wanted to believe Mozzie was going to be an instant impact. I warn people. I say, listen, y'all, when these picks come in and they under the top 15, it generally does not happen. You got to get you a Donovan Sue. You got to get you a Carter. You know what I mean? You got to, you know, who Philly got. You got to get them top 5 DTs if you want instant impact. But if you pick a DT that came under the top, yeah, you go wait 3 years generally. For real. And anybody saying, oh yeah, we got the DT we've been looking for, they are lying to you, dog.
You can't handle the truth.
And so when you got the courage to say what need to be said, yeah, it's gonna piss you off when somebody is slandering you. Oh, boss, I need you to believe in the rookies. Who said I didn't? I just don't believe in them year one. I don't believe in Mozzie year 2 coming off surgery after he lost weight. No, I don't. No, I want you to give him some help. I want you to get a veteran that's going to allow his shoulder to heal and allow him to gain that weight and learn how to get that man body and the steak and potatoes. I want 3 years before I say, okay, treat him like a man. What we doing is we selling people that raw chicken is ready to eat, and it is a lie.
You can't handle the truth.
Now, if Will McClay is able to get a 7th round defensive tackle to do what has not been done in the history of the NFL, okay, I will say Will McClay is the 4th under the Trinity. You got God the Father, God the Word, the Holy Spirit, and Will McClay, because it will be a miracle. And I'm not over here selling miracles. I'm selling reality. And the reality is we need a defensive tackle. And when I say it, don't misquote me. Don't go and call somebody else's channel sucking up and trying to make me and Big look bad. And you totally misquoting what we saying. It's like, nah, bro. Nah. And then you got all these people like, who is this Boss Cowboy? Who is this? You calling in a law show and bot show and you trashing us. Nah, bruh. I got something to say about that. Nah. And I'm going to make you very uncomfortable. And that's what I did. I'm going to call in and call you out to your face. I'm like, yeah, to your face. Yeah. Because we put in this work to win. And I already know what I'm saying unpopular. You ain't finna put no fake heat on me. You ain't gonna have my name out here like I'm talking stupid. I'm talking smart. So anyway. Now, DP, that's what it was, bro. But then I did apologize because I went off on him. And that was on Law Show. And it's like, you know what I mean? But if you go come out there, they're dumb just because you want to cheerlead. You wanted to cheerlead. Yeah, everything the Dallas Cowboy did was good. It's like, nah, bro. It's too long of a history of goofiness to co-sign everything. You can't be the person that co-sign everything. Now, I can see you co-signing some, but to act like we've been New England over the last man. Let's say, bro. All right, though. So listen, I'm gonna throw these phones on.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
Let's go, y'all. I want to hear from y'all today, man. I want to hear from y'all today. I know this was a wild show, man. And honestly, this show is way ahead of its time. For real. We way early to throw out an idea like this, but it is something that I believe in. It is. It's something that, honestly, I would want Dallas to do this before another team does it. I mean that. As I'm waiting on y'all to call in. It's bold, but you know, I mean, especially if he do it again. My boy Chris Davis asked, he said, y'all think Zay Jones signs here? I hope so, because we also need a number 2 receiver. We need a number 2 receiver. So yeah, man. So we got the phone lines on, man. Y'all know how I get. If y'all don't call in, y'all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna get on out of here. Now we got Pastor Telf. He just came in. I'm gonna leave the phone lines open. Then me and Pastor Telf go kick it. We go talk some ball. Give y'all a chance to come on in the building as me and him talk some ball. Oh, Pastor Telf just hang up. Call back. Call back, Pastor. My boy Common Sense said he can't call tonight, but he got some thoughts for next show. All right, yeah, here we go. Pastor Taft, you live.
What's good, dog? What's good, boss?
What's going on, Pastor? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. Just listening to your wild take. You're a wild boy, man.
Is that wild? That's wild, ain't it? That's wild. What you think? According to the book of Boss,
You kind of going in and out.
you can't hear me.
I can hear you now. You good now?
Okay. What did you think of that?
Before it was going in and out. You good now?
What do you think about what I said?
I say you're a wild boy, man. It's really genius. It's just wild.
Yeah, it's wild. It is.
It's wild. But in any time, I'll say this. It's something that I never would have thought of.
Yeah.
I think it's something that definitely could work because you have to have a general manager who is, again, whose job is not, up for,
right.
Whose job is just not up.
Yeah.
It's permanent. You're right about that.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of, it's really something like a wild card thing that I think Jerry could do. My question is though, would Lincoln Riley have enough humility to take it? Because let's be honest.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley is not a good head coach.
Right.
He is not a good head coach.
Yeah.
He never can close the deal.
Yeah.
He is a brilliant offensive mind because I remember when he was at East Carolina.
Yeah.
Under that other head coach when he was the offensive coordinator at East Carolina, and he made them look like all world before he got to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if it. I don't know if he would have that type of humility to do it. But I like the model and the paradigm. The paradigm itself makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That you should do something like that.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of, because if you think about it, it's no different. It's no different. What you said is no different from what San Fran is doing right now and what most teams do when they get a rookie quarterback. When
the conference has been locked,
they load up everything else around him, and then after they pay the quarterback, it's almost like it kind of goes downhill.
Right.
If you think about it.
Right.
So that's essentially what you're saying.
Right.
So all you saying is just make that the model. Make that the model where you build it where folks can win, build a team around the quarterback, and when it's time for the quarterback to get paid,
get rid of them.
Just let them know, hey, you can stay, but here's what we got for you.
Right.
And because the salary cap going up, you're not going to be the highest paid, but I'll give you 20-25 mil.
Yeah.
Remember, I'll give you 30 mil because that still leaves you with another $30 million in cap space.
Yeah.
Another $30 million on the market to be able to do some things. And I know that there's some quarterbacks who would probably be able to take that.
Right.
But it's a different way of thinking, man. I think it definitely ain't something that's happening this year.
Nah.
Because I think they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay Dak, man.
They gotta pay.
And honestly, I know folks are saying they're waiting until August. Boss, I think it's gonna come before that, man.
You think so?
I really do. I got a feeling it's gonna come before that. Here's what my feeling is.
All right.
Now this real wild. It could be crazy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna sign Dak. I don't think he's gonna try to be the highest paid, bro. Something in me is telling me, man, that, well, I shouldn't say that. I'll speak what I would like to happen.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, man, we need to go after Debo, dog.
Debo?
And it can be done. If you pay Dak and CD, you can go get Debo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the Niners going to let one of either him or Ayuk go. And I think they want to keep Ayuk because Debo's injured prone.
Yeah. Yeah. And they willing to
do that. Something like that to be like a. Yes, I'm saying. I think Jerry would do something like that because he's been killing us.
Yeah.
But it means you got to pay. You going CD gonna be the highest paid. He's probably gonna be the highest paid receiver for a little bit until Justin Jefferson get his. I don't think Dak is trying to be the highest paid, although, and they just gonna make Micah wait. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because he's the youngest one.
Yeah.
They're gonna make him wait. It is what it is.
Yeah, and they gonna want that publicity money.
But I like the idea, man.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate it, and I respect your football mind. So if you like it,
No, but it's the model that it's the model it's when we should have won with Dak had not Aaron Rodgers had that fluke pass.
Right.
You think about it, man.
Yeah.
That's the model. Yeah, the offensive line. We had a suspect defense. Imagine we put some money in that defense in the 2016 Jimmy.
Right.
It would have just been golden, man. So now it's really the model. I feel like this. It's the Russell Wilson model.
Yeah.
Really, what you're talking about is the Seattle model that they won the Super Bowl with. Went the Super Bowl twice. Really should have won.
Yeah.
Should have won 2 times. Without them trying to do that, man. Because they weren't paying Russell Wilson. All the money was on the defensive side of the ball. You had decent receivers, and they made it work.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff, man. I can tell you be thinking about this stuff, man. You take your heart and soul to think about this.
I do, man. I tell you, I be thinking.
That,
appreciate it, Pastor. Good call.
All right, man. Be blessed. Cool.
You too. Man, that was a good call. OC.
Yo.
What you think?
Well, man, I think that, I think a lot of things. First, I'll say, before the Seattle model, let's go back. There was a Pittsburgh Steelers model with Ben Roethlisberger, okay?
Yeah.
He came out as a rookie, dinked and dunked, game managed, wasn't a prolific quarterback, didn't really become prolific until a little bit later in his career, where he had to carry the team. But he had years and years to develop. And so with that, they had a good offensive line, a great run game, and they had a great defense, right? They had Joey Porter, right? They had all these dogs over there, Tro Polamalu, all these guys over there that were just great, man. So, but before that and around that time frame, guess who else had this model? The Baltimore Ravens. Remember them? Great run game.
Yeah.
Decent quarterback. A few offensive weapons. Had a real good running back in Jamal Lewis. And just a great defense.
Yeah.
So this is the model, right, that everybody's talking about, which is the same thing that, people are now calling the Seattle model, which is the easiest one to remember. But let me say this. The Cowboys tried to do this model with Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
And it failed. It failed miserably.
Right.
So the question is this: are the Cowboys forward-thinking enough and humble enough to pay, to really overpay for a great assistant that can make a difference to save? And I don't think that the Cowboys at this point on the offensive side of the ball have the foresight to do something like this, although it's a fantastic idea.
I think they got the nuts though.
They had a courage.
I think they had a courage. You said it better than me.
Yeah, all good.
I think because that Trey Lance was bold. That's bold.
Right.
But I don't think you got the coaching to get it done.
Right.
Now, if you had Lincoln Riley, it's different. We're in a whole different thing now. If we got, you see what I'm saying? Because Lincoln Riley has proven he can take the traits and build. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what he did with Baker coming out of Texas Tech and what he did with Kyler Murray, just them two. Phenomenal. And shoot, no. The real phenomenal one was Jalen Hurts. That was the one. Yeah. Because we all remember Jalen out of Alabama. Come on now. Jalen out of Alabama was.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the quarterback play like Caleb Williams?
No.
So I'm talking about ever. I ain't never seen that type of play in the quarterback in college. So
No.
Dallas got the courage. I just don't think they got the coach. So
And real quick, do they have the humility?
What do you mean?
You see what I'm saying? Because they like the meddle. They like to hire coaches and then tell you how to coach. And every coach doesn't really thrive in that type of environment, boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is Lincoln Riley's temperament? Can he thrive with them? Well, we need to run this drill. Well, we need to do this. Well, because you know they really want to be coaches. They want to be coaches. You know what I'm saying? So that's another element. Do they have the humility to let a coach like that come in and do his thing? Because it seems like every dogmatic and pragmatic coach that the Cowboys have had, they end up firing because it ends up being a personality rub. It doesn't match out. It doesn't work out personality and fit-wise.
I'm going to fight you a little bit on that.
Come on.
It's slight, though. It ain't that big fight. It's a slight fight. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
All good. Don't even know.
This is the fight. The fight is, I don't want him scheming. I just want him training.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So like my boy C.
I get it.
Yeah. See, like my boy C, he said Jalen out of Bama went to a championship game. Something he never did with Riley. What's the difference?
The huge difference is that he was a much better quarterback. He was prolific. He was completing the football down the field versus running his way to the championship.
And what did he have at Bama too that he didn't have at OU?
Defense.
Defense,
man. Defense.
I put it like this. If the OU Hurts would have played at Bama, he'd never get benched.
Facts. Yeah, Tua was the better quarterback. Tua beat him out at the quarterback position, not at the athlete position. That's why Nick gave Tua the nod, and you can even see it playing out now in the league that Tua is the better quarterback.
Yeah.
Not athlete.
Nah.
You know, different.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, OC, we might be too early on this idea, though. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Man, we ahead of the curve, bro.
Yeah.
It's all good. This will be one of those ones we review a year later and be like, yeah, you know, we were saying this, you know, back in the off season.
To be honest, OC, I don't want another team to beat us on this. You know what I mean? I don't want another team to beat us at wooing Lincoln. Now, do I trust Lincoln as an OC? Not as much. I definitely don't trust him on defense at all. But
for go ahead. No, for the dollar amount though. For the dollar amount, he may need to be the OC to justify the dollar amount.
That's the one I said I was gonna fight you on too.
Come on.
Golly. And I know why we gonna fight on this one, bro. I definitely know why we gonna fight on this one. I think you justify the dollar amount in the value of his training, not the value of his scheming.
Okay.
So I think you just pay him to do one thing: train them quarterbacks. I don't care about you scheming, because you see what I'm saying? I'm like, it's justified because I believe in your training. You know, I believe in your common sense approach to getting these guys ready. Because did I tell you that story about how we interviewed his OC and I asked him, how does Lincoln do it? And he said, Lincoln doesn't do anything that's not game related. So he said, we don't do 7-on-7. And I was like, what? And he said, nah. He said, why would we simulate perfection? That was genius. I was like, oh my God. He said, when does a quarterback just stand in the pocket untouched ever with clear sight? No line. He said, so we don't never practice that.
Well, here's the issue with your argument. The issue is this: the OC and Lincoln Riley, they have to agree philosophy-wise and be on the same page for that to work. And if Lincoln Riley is smarter or different than the OC, it's gonna be a clash. So it's very hard from a quarterback perspective. You can do this with linemen because linemen just plug and play and run different plays, and it's all the same in terms of fundamentals and what they need to do. But quarterback, that is the general of the offense, and it is very, very specific as it relates to the nomenclature and as it relates to philosophy. So him and the offensive coordinator of the Cowboys, whoever that is, would have to have the same philosophy. And that's where I think the rub could be, because I want you to train my quarterback like this. And Lincoln is like, no, I don't do that. That's not common sense. This is what you should do. So it could be a separation of philosophy and thought there. And that's why I say you probably at least got to make the man offensive coordinator, because you got to pay him a lot of money because of his career's background. He's not going to come to you, boss, and take a pay cut. He ain't come to the Cowboys to take a pay cut.
No, I'm trying to pay him. I'm trying to pay him like a head coach.
Then that's another issue. Now you got to pay your head coach when you know the Cowboys do not like to do what? Set the
Oh, I
market.
know. It's out the box, but I'm trying to woo this guy. I'm trying to get him to where he can't say no. It's gonna be like, man, listen, we gonna pay you like a head coach. You ain't gonna have to scheme. You ain't gonna have to game plan. The only thing you got to do is get my quarterback ready. Get the new one ready and get the old one ready. That's all we.
Do you think realistically that the Cowboys will do something like this and they don't even want to pay $5 million a year for a nose guard?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you why. I believe it.
Okay.
Do they pay Will McClay for his value? I just told you. Do they pay Will McClay for his value?
I guess.
Don't boy. Oh.
I'm saying here's the issue with that. Here's the issue with that.
Hold on. Let me get to start super chat because she got a good thought. And I'm gonna fight you again because see, man, we've been fighting lately, bro. What's wrong with you?
Hey, bro, I'm just trying to keep it real, man. Get an audience the truth, man. That's all I gotta do, man.
Man,
just
you ain't been telling the truth though, bro. You been in here fibbing.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, bro. I'm telling you the real deal.
Let me
giving you fair balance here.
We got wrong man Star in the building, so you know it's getting good now.
Oh yeah.
All right, Star
Salute,
said.
bro.
So this is some good stuff though. Star said, "Boss, I think this model can only work if you have elite coaching and elite defense. Because let's be real, the young QBs on loaded teams rarely work, although they may help get you to the chip."
That's a good thought.
Yeah, and I say this is my response to it. That's why I called it a long-term plan, right? Because it's almost like we gotta imagine the accruing of the money if you don't pay quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You with me on that, OC? And what
I'm with you on the thought.
And what that does to a team over time. Like in its first 4 years, you gonna be able to load up. But then let's say if you reset it. Let me just throw out an idea. Let's say, just throw this out. Let's say if you loaded up Kyler Murray, right?
Uh-huh.
No. Kyler Murray. So then you got him on a first round 5-year contract. And then 2 years from his 5th year contract, you say, let's go get Jalen Hurts. Okay? And we go sit him under Kyler, right? Lincoln is developing him. We are not going to pay Kyler. We ain't gonna do it. We are moving on to Jalen Hurts. So what happened is when you move on and then assign a team to your new quarterback, Jalen Hurts, you now can take all the savings from not having to pay a franchise quarterback and then build even more around your new quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
And then you do it all over again, right? And by the time you do it on your third cycle, I'm almost certain you'll have like 3 number 1 receivers, 2 Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? So, because you keeping all that money on a team and not the quarterbacks.
Your ideal is great, man. But the issue is that going back to the Will McClay piece about paying for his worth, we don't know how much Will McClay gets paid. We know how much Lincoln Riley got paid.
We can estimate. We can estimate.
Okay, what would you estimate?
He definitely, he getting paid GM money. Why? Because remember, he turned down the Texas GM job to stay in Dallas, and Dallas said we paid him more than enough for him to never leave. So you got to put Will McClay on a GM scale. So we talking about big millions, 8 figures. They pay you for your value, and also they lean on Will McClay. They lean on that value, don't they?
I do.
So they could lean on Lincoln value. You see what I'm saying? They can be like, we go trust it. We go sit back. We paid you to do this hard job. Get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. But that has to be a person that is in the pool of trust. You have to be in the circle of trust with the Cowboys. This is just like sons and bastards. They don't like outsiders that much, boss. It's hard for them to trust you. So to me, it's a great idea, but would the Cowboys feel comfortable? You know, the Cowboys are like a mom and pop, they're a big corporation. It's like they have to feel comfortable to pay you. They have to like you a lot, and you got to be around them for a while for them to actually feel comfortable paying you that type of cash. Now, Lincoln Riley is fantastic at what he does. He's a quarterback whisperer, in my opinion. However, will the Cowboys actually do that, man? I don't know. I wish that they would. It's a brilliant idea. It's brilliant.
I'm gonna tell you who this plan fit to the T. You know who this plan fit? Who crazy enough to do it?
Who's that? Yeah, Stephen Jones. Yeah, because he's the cap guy.
Yeah. See, this is a greedy plan. So he's so greedy in terms of the cap. He drafted last year for this year. I don't think that's ever been done, bro.
Yeah, I think it probably has been done. People forecast for the future and try to build depth through the draft, right? And quality through the draft.
But to the point we didn't do nothing in free agency.
That's the dumb part. That's
the greedy part.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 110% is the greedy part.
Yeah.
But would he invest up front, guaranteeing Lincoln Riley $20 million to save $50 million later? Because that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about Lincoln Riley, $4 or $5 million a year guy. That's what we're talking about.
Just $4 million? Man, you better do that.
I'm saying $4 to $5 million a year type guy or more. But I'm giving a range here, okay? I'm not giving exact.
Dog, to be honest,
but you gotta invest.
I mean this, and you go agree with me. That's cheap. In terms of his return on investment. For the potential return on investment, that's cheap, bro. $5 million a year?
$5 to $8 million a year, somewhere up in there, probably.
All right. So would you? I mean, I can see Steve and them saying that as a savings. Because if you go pay $5 to $8 million. You go pay your franchise quarterbacks, especially going forward, 50, So would you rather pay 8 or 50?
Here. Let's be accurate here. Because you got the talking in front of you. Let's Google Lincoln Riley's contract with, I believe, USC. Let's Google that.
Yeah, let's do
his contract.
Let's do that.
If it's public domain, then we'll be accurate. We'll be accurate on this.
All right. Yeah. Lincoln Riley. All right. And so we looking up Lincoln Riley salary. Okay.
Yes, his contract is out. And if
10 million.
You know,
10. He's 10 million. That's still cheap. Yeah.
A year or a contract?
That's a year, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So you gotta commit to, for this to give you any type of good return. You gotta commit to Riley at least for 5 years. Okay. So you gotta commit to it. So you gotta give him a raise.
Right.
So now we're looking at about at least 55 to 60 million.
Like,
he ain't coming over without a raise. You gotta give man a raise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you invest in 55, 60 million for savings of not committing 100 and at this point 50 million
for a quarterback. For a quarterback. Yeah.
So basically that's what you're doing.
Yes. That's what you're doing.
You'll give him about 55, 60. So actually, your return on investment
is big.
Yeah,
and you putting that return back on the team.
Yeah, it'd be like around it'd be probably 200+%. If it works out. If it works. If it don't work, you're screwed.
All right.
Well, you're not completely screwed. No, you're not. You're not completely screwed because you have a good team, and then you just plug in a quarterback to play assistant. That's basically what you're doing.
Right.
So you still should be competitive because you still have a good team.
And see, this is the thing about Lincoln Riley. His turnaround on these quarterbacks are fast. How long did it take Lincoln Riley to get Kyler Murray going? 1 year.
Months. He transferred.
Right. He transferred and he was hot. How long did it take him to get Jalen Hurts going? 1 year.
Yeah, man.
How long did it take him to get Caleb Williams going? 1 year. Started. And he was hotter than lightning. How long did it take him to get Baker Mayfield? So basically, we would know with this plan within 1 year if we need to reload another quarterback or not. We would know literally within the first year. You see what I'm saying? So let's say if we gave him Baker Mayfield, right? And we like Baker Mayfield is good, but he load him up Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Load him up. Let's see how that go. Jalen Hurts good, but he I load him up this other dude. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let's create some competition. Let's also bring in this other dude right here. You see what I'm saying? Cheap now. You know? You can really play with this plan, bro. I'm serious. For real.
So you think he have Trey Lance ready to rock? You think he could make Trey Lance a Pro Bowler?
Yes.
I do too, actually. Yeah, I agree. I was just asking. I was just seeing your confidence level. Yeah, I actually agree. Yeah, I think he's that good, man.
I think Lincoln Riley that good. See, because I could see if it was just 2. We now looking at 4. You looking at 4 times now. Like this, like you can fight me on 2, bro. You finna fight me on 4? You gonna fight me when this dude done did this 4 times? Man, say, bro, like what were we fighting? Like what's your saying? 1 is what?
First time you're lucky.
Second time
it's a fluke. It's a fluke.
What about the third time?
Third time. Now you're consistent.
He done did it 4 times. You call people consistent after the third time. He done did it 4 times. He hold on, Montana. What he overrated on? Let's be clear on that. What is he overrated on? Because we might be talking about something different. What is he overrated on? Now, if you saying as a head coach, yeah, he overrated.
Huh?
Yeah, if you're talking about a head coach, he overrated. If you're talking about a defensive coach, he trash.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about a quarterback coach, he elite.
And as an offensive coach, I think he's very, very good.
For real.
Very good.
For
as
real.
An offense, so I would trust him as an offensive coordinator. He's very good. You know what? Because all the quarterbacks that he's coached, you know what they do? You know what they do? They score. That's the sign of a good offense. They score. I don't know if I love this from a human perspective, but I mean, it would be great if you got about their players D, G, A, F. Who's talking about?
No, that's real though. She said, I don't know if I love this from a human perspective, but I mean, it would be great if you don't give a F, don't give a about the players. Steven is crazy enough to do it. So let me try to sell you on this.
Steven don't care about players.
No, he
Steven
don't.
care about
But let me
players.
try to sell her on it. I think I can sell Star on it.
All right, go ahead.
You actually blessing the players.
I see how you turned that. That was really good. That was really good.
You like that boomerang? That's called a boomerang. You like that? That's called a boomerang. You like that? That's a boomerang. That's a boomerang close.
Boomerang close. You're actually blessing the players.
You are blessing the players though.
Yeah.
All right, let's play with this. Let's say if we ran this with Dak.
Yeah.
Dak ain't gonna get paid.
He getting paid somewhere.
He getting paid. He leaving toxic Dallas. Listen,
you started.
Yeah, he built his resume on Dallas, and he went out. Blessed. He got blessed.
Yeah, he went out. He somebody else took the hit.
Right. Somebody.
So basically, I like this. Oh, so this is the perfect model. So basically, what we're doing is we're leasing the car. And we're avoiding depreciation. That's all we're doing.
I like it. I do.
We're gonna ride you for about 30,000 miles. We ain't gonna just ride you into the ground. We ain't gonna ride you into your 10, 11 years. We're gonna ride you about 30,000 miles. And guess what? We're gonna turn you back in. Now somebody else will come to that dealership and they go buy you.
Right.
For a markup. Because you know what? You're a newly used car. That's what you are. You're a newly used car. Me, I just leased you when you was new.
Right.
I didn't buy you. So I got you on the cheap and I turned you back in and somebody else bought you, a little bit overvalued, but that's okay because I'm on to my next leased vehicle. I never took a depreciation hit.
Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Oh, okay. Wait. This is a good one though. I like this fight. She said, but boss, QBs want stability. They all hope to be the franchise even though their talent can't always be there. They getting stability.
We all hope to be a millionaire, but all of us are not. Why? Because there's certain reasons and choices and factors that go into play of doing that. So the stability that a quarterback wants and their agent wants is paid. It's guaranteed.
Right.
They got a rookie contract. They're
Right.
going to make it to their second contract based upon the premise of Lincoln Riley's production and helping them be great or really good. They're going to get paid by somebody else. The point is they're not going to get paid by the team that drafted them.
Right. You ain't gonna get paid by the team that drafted you. You gonna get.
Yeah, they're gonna. Go ahead.
And what the team has the advantage that other teams don't have. They have the superior coaching. So other teams go want what you developed because they can't develop like you. So this is the question. Don't teams want what Lincoln developed? You telling me they don't want what Lincoln developed?
100.
They do want what Lincoln developed. They do. And they gladly paid it. Didn't Philly gladly pay Hurts? They gladly paid him. Go listen to Philly. Oh, he Dak Prescott. Oh, they so. Dude is not no Dak Prescott, but they so happy to have him that they over there just talking crazy. So anyway, man, I know we kind of went deep into this, bro, but I really mean this, bro. I think this ain't gonna happen now. But if I'm putting the Cowboys first, I'm interested in this plan.
Yeah, it's genius. Hope y'all listening. You should though. But you know, will the Cowboys bite the bullet? Can they bite the bullet for 3 or 4 years on a big contract and not see an immediate return and be okay with that? Because that's the only issue. Because the greed part and the patience part has to be a compromise somewhere in the middle.
Right.
Because you paying out big cash for a little bit before you see a return on this plan.
Yeah.
This is not going to be immediate.
It's a long-term plan.
Yeah, it's not going to be immediate. So can you suck it up?
You treat him like Will McClay.
But Will McClay already gave you productivity for a little amount. That's what the Cowboys want. They want value. So the reason why they paid Will McClay GM money is because he was productive at a much lower rate.
Yeah.
And then when the bidding got hot.
GM rate is high.
Huh?
GM rate is high.
That's when they re-signed him, bro. That's when they re-signed him to prevent him from leaving and taking the Texans job. I'm saying initially his rate was not that high, I guarantee you. He was a value pick because of the opportunity, and then he proved himself in the organization to have immense value to where other people wanted him, and they were going to pay him a lot. And then that's when the Cowboys stepped up and they paid him. They weren't paying him GM money before the Texans offered him the GM job. I guarantee you that.
Let's see. B Bird with the Super Shade said, "Boss, what you talking about? They did to running backs." That's exactly what I'm saying. Is treat them like they treat running backs right now. We go give you one contract, your first one, and we done with you. That's our motto. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We lean on our coach. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we load them up with traits. Right? We load them up with the traits. We go give you the traits because let's be honest, it's a long track record. Jalen Hurts was only traits going to OU. Matter of fact, his traits was wump wump. What he transformed Jalen Hurts to was magical. To me, that was his best project. To me,
it's pretty awesome.
Man, what he did to Jalen Hurts in 1 year was amazing. He looked totally different. Cause man, I'm gonna be honest. The Alabama Hurts was a 5th round, 6th round quarterback. Man, by the time he got done with him, Lincoln Riley put that magic on that boy. That boy came out with 1st round talent. And unseated Wentz. Man, say.
Made Wentz start playing bad. He was playing so good, made Wentz start playing bad. He ruined Wentz's career.
He ruined Wentz's career. He did.
He ruined Wentz's career.
Yep.
He really did. Because Wentz started tripping. He mentally started just tripping.
This is a question. He said, again, what any of the QBs Riley coaching the college done in the pros so far?
Let's talk about it. So, let's look at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts led his team to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, he did that, okay?
Didn't he?
And you got to get a man.
I mean, I'm just asking the question, did he or did he not? And wasn't he an MVP candidate too?
Yes, he was.
Okay. All right.
Baker Mayfield, journeyman, but played well in every situation he was in. Just got a $100 million contract for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
And played really good in spots for the Browns. He made the Browns interesting again, actually, for a few years.
And short. And he's short. He now listen, Lincoln Riley ain't working with the prototypes. I say, let's not forget that now. See, we forgetting that part. We forgetting that these ain't prototypes, are they?
They're not.
You dealing with fat boy, chub rock. Yeah, look at that. Boy got a dad bod. You dealing with a
Oh, you go hard. This got a dad bod.
That dude got a daddy body. Get out of here. Y'all acting like he just inherited some studs. Y'all act like he. You feel me? Did it?
Yeah.
Man, y'all don't remember Kyler Murray when he was at A&M, bruh? That boy was. He was cold, but he wasn't first overall pick cold. Come on now. Come on, don't play with me. And he 5'7".
5'7". Got a $230 million contract, most of it guaranteed.
Man. And then when he finally get him a quarterback with some raw skills, man, we ain't never seen what we saw in college. Man, tell the truth. You have never seen what you saw. All that off-platform throwing, you ain't never in your life see that. Never.
Escape in the pocket. Accurate 60-yard passes on a rope, bro.
Boys already comparing him to Mahomes, and he ain't even played a down.
Facts.
So nah, I mean, I think Lincoln Riley resume. I mean, how many times he gonna stand next to dudes with the Heisman? How many? This ain't even that hard to me. How many coaches in the history of the NFL within 10 years stood 5 years? How many in 5 years? How many quarterback coaches in 5 or 6 years had this many Heisman winners, first round overall guys? It ain't one in the history of football, and we fighting this? I don't know, bro. I don't know. We need to give our final words on this, bro.
Well, I'll get mine first. I'll let you go last, man. I came in last. Look, if anybody's qualified to be a quarterback whisperer in the NFL and take a quarterback that's mediocre and transform them into something special, it will be Lincoln Riley. Will the Cowboys have enough courage to ever pull a move like this? I don't know. Because they're going to have to wait and be patient. But if they are, and they have enough foresight to do it properly with the right personnel, and that's the key. I believe the Cowboys do have courage, but they did it with the wrong personnel, with the running back, with the wide receivers by committee, with Kellen Moore. It was the wrong personnel to try to execute that move, and that's why it ended up not working.
Yeah.
But if they dip their toe in the pool of being in the future and being creative with the right personnel, with a person like this, they could succeed. That's my final word.
Man. And let me go back to the Book of Boss and read it one more time. And I stand on this. I really do. These are, especially verse 8. If an individual is playing well, isolated from his position group, then credit that individual for unique talent and play. That is clearly Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is totally isolated from the quarterback room. Every time we try it, it greatly fails. Greatly. But if the entire group plays excellent, then you credit the coach and pay that coach extra, for they are a supreme asset.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question in my final word. Wouldn't that fit Al Harris? You had one corner get 11 interceptions in 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
Then did it again.
Yep.
So why did we block Dan Quinn? Huh? Why? Because that coach showed value to the group.
Mm-hmm.
So we like it when it's Al Harris. We like it. Mm-hmm. I'm open for it in the quarterback room. Because this is the thing, Cowboy Nation. Dak got about 10 more years. But what about when there's no more Dak? You ever think about that? Don't you want a coach who could potentially keep loading the clip? Because I'm going to be a Cowboy fan when Dak is gone. And this ideal is potentially bigger than a 10-year plan. This is an ideal that could last you 20 years. If you develop the uniqueness and the rare skill set of having an elite quarterback trainer.
And if you hate Dak Prescott and you don't like him getting this money, guess what you can do? You can say, okay, this is your last big 4-year contract because we got a contingency plan in place after this. That's what Lincoln Riley does if you pull the trigger on something like that.
Yep. That's what it is.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Look, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Look, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't